Alright, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, we have Fakemon or Pokemon. Is it fake? Is it real? If you really think about it, there are a lot of Pokemon. I think there's quite literally over 800 or 900 or some crazy number. Honestly, could be even over 1,000. Probably is over 1,000. There is a lot of Pokemon, and under no circumstance can you remember every single Pokemon ever created unless you have the memory of, I don't even know who has the memory of what I'm even thinking of. Anyway, we are going to get started here. We're doing this on Ranked, of course, Play Unlimited, and let's go. Fakemon or Pokemon. I don't think we're on a timer. I think we got a lot of time to, oh shoot. This looks fake, if I'm being honest. The only reason why I think it looks fake is, for one, I don't remember it or anything close to it, meaning if it has evolutions, I could be like, oh, this kind of looks like this Pokemon. There is no Pokemon that reminds me of this. And because it's a bird, I'm thinking, okay, every gen has like the 3 evolution birds, and I know that this is not one of those birds. I know that for a fact because I do know all the birds that have that. For example, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot kind of evolution line. Every gen has one. But this is not one of those of the 9 gens. Also, it looks more animated and not really Pokemon-like in terms of art style. I'm definitely going Fakemon here. If it's real, I'm going to feel so stupid because I just said a lot. Okay. Well, believe it or not, now that I know this Pokemon has a gulping form, I actually have played this Pokemon in Pokemon Showdown. He has the missile or something, an ability called, Gulp Missile right here. I've actually played against this Pokemon. I just didn't recognize it without it having the Gulp Missile. He doesn't have an evolution, so he's not one of the birds like I talked about. Like every generation has a three Pokemon evolution of birds. He's not one of them, so I wasn't wrong on that. But he is a real Pokemon. This looks fake. The art style looks real. Everything about it looks real. But what the hell is that? I know I often find myself thinking that when looking at some Pokemon sometimes. Like, what even is that? But this, you know, it reminds me of this Pokemon. The is it Tunsick or Stunfisk is who I was referring to. This Pokemon reminds me of Stunfisk. I think the Alolan version, if there's an Alolan version, it's like black or white or something. Anyway, that's the Pokemon I was referring to. It reminds me a little bit of that. Now, why is because a little bit of the curve, but then it's like also flat at the same time. Flat here, but it's got a curve. And then the eyes a little bit. Not so much that they have the same design, but they're both kind of low profile. Like lower on the body. Boom. They're definitely different Pokemon, but it just reminds me of it is what I'm getting at here. Do I think this Pokemon is real? We're going to go with Fakemon. Fakemon. Okay. We got one. Moving on. So far, 1 for 2 is not great. Thankfully, this is an easy one. This is a real Pokemon. How I know this is simple. Shout out to Smash Bros. Ultimate. If it wasn't for that game, honestly, I have seen this Pokemon in Showdown as well. So unless I would have remembered it through that, which as you can see from the first Pokemon, probably not. But if it wasn't for Smash Bros, I for sure would be iffy on this, just because What the hell is this Pokemon? What does it do? I don't know. But in Smash Bros, you can actually grab a Pokeball and get this Pokemon from it. And you grab it and it becomes like a projectile. You throw it and it just swings like it's Cloud Fist. It does a lot of damage in Pokemon. It is actually really impressive. But the point is it is Pokemon. Boom. Imagine I said all that and it ended up being fake. I mean, I knew it wasn't fake, but credibility would have been shot if it ended up, for whatever reason, being fake mon. Anyway, this looks fake. What the hell is this? This looks like a fairy and bug type, which in it of itself is convincing because you're like, okay, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of Pokemon with a lot going on. For example, Sylveon. There's a lot going on there. Difference is this just looks too much all over the place, if that even makes sense. My reason being is, one, the eyes are classic buggy eyes, right? If you look at a Pokemon like Beedrill, right? It's got that Beedrill look in its eyes. Then you have the claws, and then you have like the clouds-ish design, and then like these wings or ears or whatever the hell these are. I think there's too much going on here, which is why I don't think it's a Pokemon. Because where would you even go with its evolution line? Now, it could be. Admittedly so. It could be. Maybe this is a Gen 8 or Gen 9 Pokemon. But I think there's just way too much going on for it to be a Pokemon. I'm going to go with Fake Mon. That feels like the right answer. It seems like the right answer. But I've been wrong before. Fake Mon. Let's go. That was actually a lot. And this is real. We know this is real. We just saw it. We just saw it. Shout out to the free answer. And this looks real. This looks like a real Pokemon. Maybe like an Angry Birds kind of character too. He also looks like he could be an Angry Bird. If this is a real Pokemon, it's definitely a stage 1 and evolves into something bigger, which I could totally see. Ah, man. The beak, the color. This totally looks real. Not too much going on with it. I don't have a big explanation for this one. It's really simple. It's not a lot to take in. You look at it and you're just thinking it's a bird. A blue bird. Probably just a flying type. Probably just a stage 1 evolution. We're going to go with Pokemon. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Fake Mon. I wouldn't. The reason being is because it's so simple. I feel like anyone could come up with this. But because it's so simple, it's making me think it's a Pokemon. We're going with Pokemon. It's Fake Mon. You know, some people are really good at this. Some people are insanely good at this. 4 out of 6 I got correct. But the ones that were all fake, everyone agreed that it was fake. How do you guys know that? Like, do you just look at a Pokemon and think, I haven't seen it before, so I'm not going to pick it? Because, let's be honest, there's Pokemon that we just aren't going to remember. There's always forgettable Pokemon, even in every generation. Unless it was your favorite generation, then you'd probably recognize it. Like, if you showed me Gen 1, I will recognize every Pokemon if you showed it to me. But like on Gen 8 or 6, personally, no, I'm not going to remember that. It's not happening. Anyway, let me know how you guys did. I got 4 out of 6. I don't feel too bad about it, but clearly it's not the most impressive thing in the world. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, this is Ollie Been Different. We've been different. And we out.